Welcome to a new amigurumi tutorial. In today's video we are gonna crochet together this super cute stardust jar. The pattern is found in the Amigurumi Calendar of 2024 and it is the May pattern. If you're curious about checking out the calendar, you'll find it in the description. For this project, you will need some yarn. I'm using Karma cotton, which is a recycled cotton yarn, together with Stellaris, which is a really thin golden thread from Kremke Soul Wool. You will also need a crochet hook. I am using a 3.5mm crochet hook for this project together with the yarn. You also need a pair of scissors, a darning needle to weave in all the ends and sew on the star onto the jar. And you'll need some stuffing, way more than that. You also need to know how to crochet single crochets, a magic circle, increases, decreases, and how to tapestry crochet or crochet with multiple colors at the same time. If this technique is new for you, no worries, I have a beginner-friendly tutorial over on my YouTube channel. If my voice sounds different than usual, it's because I had a flu last week and it's still caught in my throat a little bit. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, let's start with the jar and the lid that is crocheted with yellow yarn. So we'll start off with a magic circle with 8 single crochets. And I do my magic circles with 2 chains. And then in the second chain from the hook, I am making 8 single crochets. Like so. On the second round, we are gonna crochet 1 increase in each stitch all the way around, which means 8 increases in total until we have 16 stitches. On the third round, we are going to crochet 1 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat that 8 times until we have 24 stitches. So a single crochet, a increase, and repeat that 7 more times. On the fourth round, we are going to crochet 2 single crochets, 1 increase, repeat that 8 times until we have 32 stitches. So 1, 2, and an increase. And repeat that 7 more times all the way around. On the next 2 rounds, we are going to crochet 32 single crochets, so 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. So this is how your lid looks like after 2 rounds of single crochets. On the next round, we are gonna continue crocheting 1 single crochet in each stitch, but only in the front loop. Before moving forward, let's change colors to the purple. So let's frog the last stitch, not entirely, but halfway. When you have 2 loops, take your new yarn and pull through. That way you get a nice and clean color change. On the next round, we are gonna crochet 1 single crochet in each back loop on the previous round. So it should be a total of 32 single crochets, but only in the back loops. And I have designed it this way to get a brim on the lid. So on the following 3 rounds, we are gonna crochet 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around, which is 32 single crochets. Let's go ahead and cut off the yellow yarn before moving forward, because we don't need that anymore. And I'm just tying them together with a knot, the lazy way, and poking them inside. On the next 6 rounds, we are gonna crochet 12 single crochets in purple. Change color to white, which is gonna be our label. Crochet 8 single crochets in white, change color back to purple, and crochet 12 single crochets in purple. So we are not increasing anything, we're just crocheting single crochets, 1 in each stitch all the way around, but remember to change the color to white after 12 stitches and make 8 single crochets with that white. I'm going to show you the first round, and yeah, then you just repeat that 6 times in total. Let's start off with 12 single crochets in purple. the 12th stitch, but before moving forward, let's pull through our white yarn. And keep the purple yarn behind your work, so you crochet around the purple yarn with the white. If you haven't crocheted with multiple colors at the same time, I have a tutorial that I will leave in the description for you. So 8 white stitches. That was 4, 5, 6, 7. That's our 8. Change color to purple. And keep the white. Keep the white yarn behind your work so you have it here when we are changing colors again. It's also a very good practice if you haven't crocheted with tapestry crochet before, with that technique. This is a very good first time project. So if you can see the white on the inside like this, pull it a little bit, because that means that it's a bit loose. Not too much, of course, because we don't want to misshape the jar, but just a little nudge. Yeah, that was our first round with white. Yeah, repeat this 5 more times and then we should have a bigger jar with a bigger label. So this is how your jar should look like so far. We have a cute little white label. On the next 2 rounds, we are gonna crochet 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around with only purple yarn. So if you haven't already cut the white yarn, you can go on and do so now. And this is how your jar should look like after 2 rounds of purple. Now it's time to start decreasing. And on the first decrease around, we are going to crochet 2 single crochets, 1 decrease, repeat that 8 times until we have 24 stitches. So 1, 2, and a decrease, and I'm doing the invisible decrease, which is made in the front loops only. And then we just repeat this 7 more times. On the next round, we are going to crochet 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat that 8 times until we have 16 stitches. So a single crochet, a decrease, repeat this 7 more times. Before we move any forward, let's stuff. You who have been following me for a while, you know that I like to use a lot of stuffing and stuff my amigurumis very firmly. I think I'm happy with this. Okay, let's close this up with one last round of 8 decreases. Okay, let's cut off the yarn and weave in the yarn end from the top and the yarn end on the bottom. I am currently closing up the bottom hole by weaving the yarn end through the front loops. And when I'm done, I'm just gonna pull tight and we have a neat and pretty finish. Okay, so we have a jar, but as it is now, you can't tell if it's a blueberry jam jar or if it's a stardust jar. So we are gonna do something about that and crochet the last part of the amigurumi, which is the star. And it is very simple. I'm gonna show you right now how to do it step by step. For the star, you will need the yellow yarn and the golden thread. If you have, you can also skip this part. It is optional. I am gonna triple layer this thread, which is a very simple procedure. You just make it triple like this so that you have a loop down. Oh, you can see you have a loop here and you have a loop here, and the yarn should go to the ball there, and here should be the yarn end. And then we layer it together with our yellow yarn. Let's make a slip knot. So now that you crochet, you should have 2 strands of yarn going to each ball and then a loop of the golden thread. And when we arrive at the loop, I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it. So let's start with a chain. which is now our slip knot. So don't pull that too hard because we are going to crochet into that. Then we're going to crochet 2 more chains like so, and slip stitch down in the second chain from the hook like this, and a single crochet in the first chain that we made, or the slip knot, depending on I mean, it's both are correct. Then we're gonna repeat this, but I'm gonna do it together with you. So make 2 chains, a slip knot in the second chain from the hook, and a single crochet in our main chain like this. Now we have 2 tiny arms for our star. Let's make another. So 2 chains, a slip stitch, and now I am arriving at the loop. So I'm gonna take the main thread and pull it through. And you can pull it as long as you want, like this, and then we just continue. And then a single crochet in the main chain. I don't know what to call that, but the center part of the star. Then we're gonna make 2 chains again, a slip stitch, and a single crochet, and then we have 1 last arm to make. So 2 chains, a slip stitch, and then a single crochet, and that is our star. Let's cut off the yarn, but save some because we need yarn to sew it on to our jar with. Isn't it cute? These stars work great for this project, but you could also make earrings out of them, for example, or just a really tiny garland. I think they are super cute and very versatile. Actually, we don't need to weave in the yarn end from the beginning. We can tie them together at the end. That way we have less yarn ends to weave in. Let's see if I can get all the strands. Or actually, because it's a bit tricky to have the golden thread with me when I'm sewing, I'm gonna tie them together with the yarn from the beginning. And then I'm gonna chop them off. This way there are less threads in the way when we sew the star onto the jar, which is our next step. And the star is just attached right onto the label. You can use a pin to pin it down in place, or you just hold it with your thumb. And it doesn't have to be perfect. If it's a little bit wonky, that is totally fine. I have no idea what happened there, but we are gonna just roll with it. And this is how the stardust jar looks like when it's done. Isn't it cute? Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this tutorial. If you love amigurumi and want to watch more amigurumi related videos, I highly recommend you to check out the rest of my channel and give it a follow. I am so close to 5,000 subscribers. I share crochet amigurumi related videos weekly. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!